This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised as some cases contain graphic content. We mean no disrespect to anyone we discuss in this podcast except our exes. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. However, we will be expressing our personal opinions. Buckle up, Buttercup.
Hey guys, it's Cynthia.
And I'm Wes, and this is Love and Luminol, a true crime podcast.
Ooh, and you probably can't see her, but Nala's sitting here looking so good. Look at her. Oh, you're disturbing her.
Showed up, people.
She's just sitting there like she's one of us.
Yep.
She's
just
like,
chilling.
Today's news? Wow. Ah! Get down now. And she left. So, today we're going to discuss Rachel Hilyard.
Hilyard?
That person?
Mm-hmm. No.
No? All right. Ready for it?
Sure
Let's
thing.
roll.
Let's do this.
All right, guys. Sorry, but we were planning to do 3 episodes yesterday, but to be ready. But went camping Friday.
We
Fell asleep yesterday.
Yeah. All right, so let's back it up. You were sick the first week.
Yep.
Second week we were out of town and we had, or I think it was the second week, we were out of town and we had technical difficulties, so we couldn't get it done while we were out of town.
Yeah.
And the third week, I was sick. Actually, the whole house pretty much was sick because you were sick again. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we've just had a lot and apologize. And we were going to come back with a double, triple, whatever.
Yeah.
And
We just got too tired.
we've got a lot. But we're going to do this episode and then we're going to knock some other ones out real quick and hopefully get you some back episodes. Get back in routine. So
yeah. So yes, I'm in my pajamas because I go to bed right after this. I go to work in the morning. So
yeah,
we're daylight recording. So we've just been wore out.
But we're trying to get back to you.
We're trying. So
Yeah.
You got any other news?
No, just that everybody's sick all the time.
Everybody's sick all the damn time. I know. She came back on the side. Anyway, Rachel Hilyard. You never heard of her?
No, I have not.
All right. It's a doozy.
Oh, boy.
I know all of them tend to be a doozy when it
That's
comes
what you
to this
say.
topic, but...
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
It's about kids, isn't it?
No.
Oh, you said this topic, so I thought that's
Yeah,
what you
like
meant.
murder.
Oh. True.
Was there ever one you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad?
I mean, there has been a couple, oddly enough, but usually when you say this topic, I'm assuming you mean kids.
No kids in this one, grown women.
Oh, that's good.
But Rachel Hilyard is 35 years old, and there's a picture of her.
Okay.
It was in Wichita, Kansas, where all this occurred.
Okay.
Also involved a Mickey Lynn Davis, which is the 63-year-old mother of her ex-boyfriend.
Interesting.
And that's a picture of her. She looks awful friendly. Looks like she'd invite you in for some pie or something.
Yeah. Come on in, have a seat.
Looks like she talks your ears off about the weather.
I'll get you a slice of
and
pie.
her plants and flowers. Yep.
Man, the weather right now is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen what that gentleman on the television has been saying?
That's what she looks like. But born November 17th of 55.
55.
And she had 4 kids that I could find.
Okay.
Because it didn't list a specific number, but these are the 4 kids that were mentioned and stuff. So I've made note of them.
They're grown now and they've got their own kids and they bring them by and I watch them and we just have such great fun.
And they do probably. But this is her youngest daughter, Jacona.
Jacona.
Mm-hmm. Like the name. Her oldest daughter, that's her oldest daughter, Faye.
Hey. Okay.
And her son, which is the ex-boyfriend of Rachel's, that's Jeremy Rush. He's the figure in the baseball attire. But that's 3 of her 4. She had another one. I couldn't find a picture of them or their name, but they mentioned her having 2 sons. So she had 2 girls, 2 boys.
Okay.
April 9th, 2017 is when all this shit went down. Mickey went to Rachel's home to pick up some of her son's belongings because they split up.
Okay.
No longer together. He had some shit there. So he sent his mom to grab it because he was in jail serving time with a $25,000 bail.
Mm-hmm.
So he was in prison. He called his mom, said, "Can you go get my stuff?" She's like, "Sure." His charges were aggravated assault with a deadly weapon,
Okay.
criminal damage to property, fleeing and eluding authorities, and there's some more. We just said and more.
And more.
Yeah, but looking
And
at that
more.
picture, he looks like a normal dad I'd see at the bar watching the baseball game. To think that he had like assault with a deadly weapon and you
more.
never know, people, never know.
And more.
And more. So Mickey went to pick up her son's belongings after Rachel. Oh, Rachel's the one that called her. And told her she's throwing his stuff out in the yard.
Come get his shit. I'm about to throw it in the yard.
So scratch that. It wasn't him. He wasn't worried about it. He's in jail. He had bigger issues.
Yeah.
She called, said, "Come get his shit or I'm throwing it out." She's like, "Whatever." But then they got into a fight over a painting.
Okay.
So, and it was a fight of possibly going to sell it to get Jeremy's bond paid, but Rachel evidently didn't want that.
Huh.
So she didn't want to sell the painting to get him out. But his mom's like, "It's his, we could sell it, get him out." So there was that fight. And then Mickey brought along her grandson, or one of her grandchildren, JG. Well, that's going to be hard to say off the tongue. JG.
JG.
JG called. Ended up calling 911 from her truck, parked outside, because that's how bad this fight got. He was 9 years old, and he witnessed the assault that occurred over this painting. Yeah, he fled when the stuff started going down, and he called 911. He locked himself in his grandma's truck. He saw Rachel attack Mickey, his grandma, and Mickey made a break for her truck. So he's in the truck, but Mickey made a run for the truck because Rachel was attacking her. Rachel attempted to gain entry to the truck, or Mickey attempted to gain entry to the truck, but Rachel stopped her.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rachel asked him through the closed window who he was calling. So she's up there fighting with his grandma. She's like, "Who you calling?" Because obviously, she knows.
He calling the cops.
Yeah, and he even told her, 911. So then she decided to drag Grandma back into the garage.
Okay.
Continued the assault. The poor 9-year-old child ran to the home of a nearby neighbor, and the neighbor took over the 911 call. So he's on the call with the 911 operator.
Mm-hmm.
And then the neighbor's just like, "Give me the phone. Like, I'll take it over."
I got it.
Yeah. And the police were called, and they showed up to the scene. And when they got there, they gained entry into the garage and discovered the body of Mickey.
Oh, shit.
A body without a head.
What the fuck?
Yes, she was beheaded in the garage. Right?
Over a fucking painting?
Over a painting. Yeah. And of course, they found Rachel, and she said that, quote, "things told her to remove the head in order to let Mickey's soul free." So evidently something was wrong with this lady.
Okay.
So she said, "Yeah, something told me in order for her soul to get out of the body, I had to cut the head off. Like the top of a bottle." Like.
Yeah.
And funny enough, they had a dog there. Rachel had a dog. And it was the one that led the police in to the garage.
Yeah.
So it led them straight to her.
That dog's like, "Come here, you gotta see this shit.
They're like, "Please take me." like Paul Heyman, "Take me with you."
Take me with you."
But Officer Spicuglia is the officer that first saw the body.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2 steak knives found nearby the body in the garage. And they discovered Rachel hiding in the bathroom, rambling about, quote, "deja vu," and claimed she was hearing voices. Yeah. She said she needed to get Mickey's, quote, head away from her body so her soul could get free and go to heaven.
Makes sense.
And they're like, alrighty then. So they arrested her, took her to Sedgwick County Jail on a $200,000 bond.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a picture of her mugshot.
Okay. She looks pretty normal.
She does. Besides, like,
the one crazy
staring into the abyss. Well, that could be the program that I used.
It's the one eye that told her.
But it's just like, she's just staring so blankly. Like, no, she's not crying. She's not grunting. She's just kind of staring straight ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the app or not.
I know. That's what
it looks like. Half of her face is one way, half of it is another. It's like two different faces merged together to create one. Because even the nose is like swooped in a weird way.
It's crooked.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows? But the head was found in the kitchen sink.
Okay.
Yeah, the coroner discovered that the head was removed with multiple stab-like motions instead of one drawn-out motion. So instead of like sawing it off, she stabbed it.
Until it came off?
Until it came off, yeah.
Damn.
So she kept stabbing at it until it broke off.
Work harder. Work smarter, not harder, people.
And what
motion.
is maybe more traumatizing than all of this together, he found blood in Mickey's lungs, which indicated that she was alive when her head was being stabbed off.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so she was getting stabbed repeatedly in the neck while she was alive. The cause of death was due to sharp force injuries of the neck, obviously.
Makes sense.
That'd do it. She also had bruises on her face from the assault and the beating and cracked ribs.
Wow.
So, yeah. The investigators found blood splatter at the scene, which supported an arterial spray. So she got her in the artery pretty quickly from the start. And that just supported the fact she was alive when she was stabbed in the neck.
Yeah.
Heart pumping, blood flying.
Mm-hmm.
She and Rachel was originally found incompetent to stand trial. Obviously, she said she's hearing voices. So they're like, maybe she needs tested, so we're going to
it's worth
post
a test.
this a little bit. Yeah, worth an investigation.
It's worth a look-see.
Her defense lawyer was Quentin Pittman, and she underwent a mental health evaluation at Carned State Hospital. Never heard of it. After treatment at the Carned State Security Hospital, she had to do another evaluation. And then she was found competent to stand trial. Yeah. So whatever it was, they said she knew right from wrong, regardless of what voice told her what. But there's a couple pictures of her. That's her at court. And, I mean, I don't see any tears, but...
No.
That's more of an annoyed. That's like when the kids are loud. You're like, oh, yeah. That's not like a sad. That's like is it over? But there's some crying motions. But
yeah.
The judge was Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown.
He's a badass, probably.
With that name.
Well, that name, he's got to be. Got to live up to the name.
Brown. Bruce Brown. I don't take no shit from nobody.
Had to be. The Honorable Bruce Brown said, quote, mental health issues do not equate to the crime. Having a head injury does not equate to the crime.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, it don't matter what's wrong with you. That did not call for that. I think that was too much. Trial was set for October 15th of 2019, and the bond was up to $550,000.
Wow.
So if she's competent, he raised the bond a little bit. She said, and this is Rachel's count of what happened, she said Mickey fell after struggling with her over the painting. So they had a tug-of-war with this painting.
And her head just accidentally got lopped off.
She said she then cut her head off because she thought she was dead already and wanted to release her soul from her body. But that doesn't equate to chasing her around to the truck and dragging her back, like the beating in the face, the
ribs. Who are you
ribs.
calling in there?
It's
Let me drag her back to the garage.
Struggling. Oh, she fell. She must be dead. Now I'm going to stab her in the neck. No. Like this kid saw her chasing her around to the truck. And
yeah.
So I don't buy it. But
I call bullshit.
She used the second steak knife when the blade broke on the first one. So that's why there's two out there. One broke off on this poor lady's neck, so she had to get up and go get another one. So this judge is probably like, oh
She's
my
like,
God.
fucking cheap knives, and then she goes and gets another one.
God.
Ugh.
Sedgwick County District Attorney was Mark Bennett. He's the one that handled this laughable defense she gave. But during trial, Rachel said occult forces made her carry out the murder after she participated in a botched exorcism.
Oh my God.
So voices, then it was occult forces after exorcism was performed on her.
That must have been the demon that came out of that body. It just came into me.
And then she apologized to the family, stated that she was into drugs.
Apologies, but I've been high
So
a
it
lot
went from
lately.
voices to the occult and exorcism to I'm just high. Like,
Apologize for the crazy story here, but I've been high the last month and a half, so...
God. Voices were telling her to kill herself and she wasn't strong enough to get help. Was what she said.
She was strong enough to...
She's trying to cut the head off of a 63-year-old grandmother. Oh, she also wrote several letters to the presiding judge referencing haunted houses, aliens. How dare your people?
Oh, sure. Because they sound like they're involved in this.
They were like, this crazy bitch. Methamphetamines and magic spells.
Oh, your people now.
She just on everybody. Damn. And everyone's like, don't you call us into this. No.
The only thing that makes sense is the meth.
Yeah, I was going to say, the meth. And she had a possible head injury during that botched exorcism.
I'm going to go with meth.
She claimed the voices in her head were, quote, like an app in her own eyes. I don't know what that means. I guess she can see subtitles in her vision. Like an app in her own eyes. I don't know. Voice, how's it an app in your eyes? I don't know. It could be images, subtitles, I don't know. She's seeing something.
Yeah.
She said she didn't check to see if Mickey was alive after becoming unconscious. So I guess she said she fell and was unconscious. I think she might have punched her in the face, knocked her out or something.
She definitely did something.
And then commenced. But she said the voices were telling her to hurry. Because I guess the soul's only viable so long.
Either that or she knew the boy was calling the police.
Makes sense. That's why
Just
they said
gotta
hurry
throw
up.
that out
They
there.
bitch, they coming for you. There's no way to know if Mickey was unconscious or conscious during it. We just have Rachel's word that she was unconscious. She could be very well conscious. She was conscious when she was trying to get into the truck, for sure.
Definitely.
But after they went back into the garage and that boy ran to the neighbors, we can't
We
tell.
don't know what happened.
We don't know. The coroner can only prove that she was alive when she was stabbed in the neck and decapitated. That's the only thing he can for sure prove. And that should be enough, I think.
I agree.
Don't care, conscious, unconscious. She was alive at the time. That's all that matters.
Yep.
There's no way to know if Mickey was... Oh, I already said that. JG testified via a video recording that was played at the trial because he obviously did not want to be in that area with this lady.
Yeah.
He's scared to death. So they let him do his sworn-in video and played it at the trial. He said Rachel attacked his grandmother out of the blue for no reason.
Yeah.
He's like, it wasn't a painting struggle. It was just, boom, it happened. Like,
Oh.
There was nothing, yeah. He said, quote, she just jumped on her all of a sudden.
That's just crazy.
He's like, she just leaped on her. But her family, it says family, but her children started a Justice for Mickey Facebook page to raise awareness for the case and to also rally for Rachel to get the sentence she so deserved. They're like, she needs put away for life.
Yeah.
But here's a picture of them. They made bracelets or ordered bracelets to sell to raise money. They took pictures outside the courthouse trying to get people to say, hey, throw this lady in jail for a long time.
Yeah.
In February of 2020, Rachel was convicted of first-degree murder and life in prison without the possibility of parole for 50 years.
Nice.
So yeah, so she's in there for at least 50.
Yeah.
But she's eligible for parole at the time. But of course, they can and can't give her parole. It don't matter. It's up to them. But at least in 50 years, she can petition to be out.
Yeah.
But she appealed her sentence soon after conviction. She's like, this ain't fair.
This ain't fair. You put me in prison for doing something I did.
Yep. She appealed for many reasons, including insufficient evidence to support premeditation. She said you can't prove I was thinking about doing it.
I mean, technically.
Erroneous jury instruction.
Okay.
Ineffective assistance of counsel.
I mean, that's your own fault.
Yeah. Prosecutorial error.
Okay.
And the district court's abuse of discretion. What?
They didn't like. She didn't like that. She didn't let her get away with shit.
No, it sounds like they called her out and said she said this. She said voices. She said this. She's like, how dare you tell them? My shit. But she lost all her appeals in the Kansas Supreme Court.
There you go.
They're like, yeah, whatever, and they upheld her sentence. And that's a more recent picture of her. I don't know if it's the app or what, but someone gave her a mustache.
I ain't mad at it.
You're not mad.
She's got a 5 o'clock shadow there.
She does. Buzz cut almost, with longer hair in the middle.
Guys, honestly, this is probably not what she really looks like. I don't know. You need to stop using this app, I'm telling you.
I don't know.
But in this case, I support it.
In this case, we're proud of this 5 o'clock shadow, but I can't tell. I don't know if it's because her hair was so short, it just assumed the shadows on her face was facial hair.
I mean, it's possible.
It's possible, but she definitely looks like she's had the rough life in jail. She looks like she's some tough shit now.
Yeah.
But her son, Jeremy, her ex-boyfriend, said, quote, Mom taught us one of the worst 4-letter words you can say is hate. And I'm not going to lie. I hate this monster, and I think my mom would be okay with that. Like, I hate her, and I think Mom would be okay with it. Quentin, her defense attorney, said, quote, you have somebody without a doubt is insane and yet has to go to trial because we have antiquated and archaic laws. This case should have never gone to trial. I don't know. How do you prove insane versus drug use?
Well, that's why they did the whole mental evaluation prior.
And they said she's competent.
She was competent to stand trial.
She should, she should be allowed to. I don't know what
obviously,
his argument is.
I mean, obviously he can appeal that and get a whole other psychiatric evaluation. But if he didn't, he didn't. Or if he did and they still said it, oh, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
It comes down to, does she know it was wrong? And evidently she did. So.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what otherwise, but. And there's a little picture of a little memorial they set up. I don't know where they set it up, but it's just a little. I don't know if it's where the attack happened or what. Maybe in their yard. Somewhere they have a little memorial for her with a picture of her with the grandkid. But less than 8 months after the death of Mickey, the Davis family suffered another loss.
What?
Yep. Her other son, so not Jeremy, but her other son, whose name is Sammy Barnett, died a month after being injured at work on December 7th of 2017.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a picture of him.
They like St. Louis, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Him, the other one, both had St. Louis.
But they were in Kansas, so.
I know.
Whatever. So that, of course, this poor family, they suffered the horrific death of the grandmother, and now he passes too. On a work accident. So they've been through the ringer. He worked as a crane operator for Spirit Airline.
Whoa, okay.
That's the airline we use.
Yeah, it's cheap, guys. It's cheap.
It's cheap. What can you say? Don't knock it till you try it. But he was a crane operator there, and there's some kind of accident that hurt him, and he's put in the hospital on support and then passed from his injuries. But her son Jeremy is now married and is working as a stand-up comedian.
The one that was in jail?
Yep.
Huh.
He's now a stand-up comedian. That's a picture of him with his current wife.
Okay.
Yep. And that's a picture of advertisement of his comedy show. He's down here in the bottom in the center. March 3rd, 2024.
Okay.
Comedy Night Champs 316 with Uncle Bam.
Uncle Bam. Mm-hmm.
That's Emerald. Bam.
Uncle Bam.
Yep. But ID required. It must be some good shit then.
That's a 21 or older bar is all it is.
Oh. Usually I like when they have a comedy show, they're like adults only. I'm like, they're going to get nasty.
They gonna say
in
some
there.
nasty shit.
Yeah.
They gonna say some
They gonna get
nasty
personal in this
shit. Nasty.
But that's the horrible case of Mitzi, murdered by Rachel Hilyard.
Alrighty then.
Yep. So see, doozy.
That's fucked up.
It is. Don't do drugs, children. Don't do drugs.
Drugs are just bad, okay?
Okay. Like, never have we ever done a story where they're like, this guy's on meth and saved 5 kittens from a burning house.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
it's pretty
one time.
obvious.
Have we ever had that?
There's never been a positive story
No,
involving...
usually they either get murdered or murder someone, so
Yeah.
just say no. Just say no.
Yeah, stay off of it, guys. There's no positives.
There's no...
I mean, sure, you feel good for, what, an hour, 2 hour? I don't know how long it lasts, but
I don't either.
after that, then you just trying to get that feeling back, and it ain't never as good as that first time.
No.
And then all you're going to do is cause your life to go in the shitter and have all kinds of problems. There's no positives to this.
There's not.
Think about it. You fuck up your whole life chasing that one
That,
hour that was good.
yeah.
Or 2 hours. Like I said, I don't know how long this lasts.
And then it's just
But-
so much. And then you're like, I'm going to quit. And then you get broke. And so you have to go without. And then you jump right back in at your last dose. And you end up ODing. Never good.
No, not good stuff.
But thoughts out to her family, her children, her grandchildren, that poor grandson. I didn't think
Yeah.
to update and see how he's doing because that had to be traumatizing.
Let's hope he's in some services,
Yeah.
therapy or something.
Even though he didn't see it, to know that he was there and that happened while he was just feet away is probably traumatizing enough to...
Yeah.
Survivor's guilt out the wazoo, I'm sure. So that poor guy. Hope he's
I
doing
should have
all
got
right.
out the truck. I should have done
I should
this.
have started the truck. I should have beat
Yeah.
the horn till someone comes. But he shouldn't think that way. There's nothing. He's 9. There's nothing
Yeah.
he could have done besides get himself killed too.
Yeah.
So, but thoughts to them. You want to add anything?
I don't think so.
I know of.
There's really not nothing to add. I mean, she crazy and on drugs, and she in prison, and she did a completely fucked up thing,
Yeah.
and it's horrible for the family. There's nothing really you can say about it.
And that's a wrap.
Well, all right. All right, well, if you want to like and subscribe, feel free to do so.
They done forgot about us. We've
I
been
know.
gone weeks.
Sorry, guys.
They're like, who?
Who are you again? Yeah. They're like, I don't know who these people are. But feel free to like and subscribe if you want to. We are on social media pretty much everywhere except for X at Love and Luminol. Feel free to go to our website, loveandluminol.com. There you'll get a list of all of our audio and video links and podcast episodes and kind of what they're about and whatnot. All the links to our social media accounts are there as well. And there's also a contact form. So if you wanted to message us that way, you can do so as well. And just let us know what you think. Ask us where the fuck we been.
Yeah. Where you been?
Where you been? But yeah, that's about it.
I do have one thing though. Screw you, Solo Sokoa. Like, it makes me so mad. Screw you.
Why? What did he do?
Oh, he's just an ass. I don't like that storyline. That's all I had to add.
Sorry, guys. We watch wrestling.
We do. Like, why? I mean, Roman's gone, so now he just thinks he's chief of the table and just screws all of it up.
Yeah.
So, to screw you solo. That's all I got. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.